Yep.
Fashion, fame, and beauty, and also horrible stereotypes. The fashion industry is known as many different things. We all have our different views on them, and we all see them in a different way. I personally dealt with an eating disorder in high school, and so I had definitely my own opinion of it. Anna Wintour, the editor-in-chief at Vogue, in the September issue, stated that she felt like people who couldn't afford to have high fashions would go ahead and just mark it off and not feel like it was a big deal of the fashion industry and just find the flaws of it. But how much do we actually know about the fashion industry? The Fashion Industry Network said that in the US, the fashion industry is a $200 billion industry. So it really does affect us, at least money-wise. So we all have our opinions, and we all are shaped through the fashion industry and what we buy and what we view as beauty. So, and the main thing that sells these is the models. So today I'm going to tell you about the two different types of models and why they look the way they look. The first is runway. Runway models, ABC News states, need to be, for women, 5'9" to 6 foot and weigh 110 to 130 pounds. For males, they need to be 5'10" to 6'2" and weigh 140 to 165 pounds. So these are not necessarily considered healthy weights, but we have to remember too that there are a lot of people that are naturally just slim and can fit perfectly into the modeling industry. The next is ad print. Ad print is what we see as on billboards, in commercials, different things like that. They don't have a set body type or a set look or a set weight, but the companies can decide what they want to use to sell their product. Now, you may think that the life of a model is glamorous, but you may not know that The Economist stated that models make $27,000 a year and then are taking 20% out for agents and 20% out for clients. So they're really not making that much money, and that's only models that work all the time. So if you're a part-time model or not getting as much work, you're getting way less than that. And most of them are living in New York and LA, so they're really not doing too well. But we have to remember too that with people that are in the modeling industry, they've had this dream for a while. They see what they have to do, and just like any kind of athlete that has to work for their body to perform in a game well, these models have to make sure that their bodies look well, since that's what they're really selling. Next, I'll tell you about why they look the way they look. Runway models have to look skinny. We all know that they're the ones that we say, oh, they're anorexic or they have issues and they're all on drugs, but they're really not. The reason behind it, though, is because the designers spend thousands of dollars to create a collection, and they have this design, and to them it's more than just a piece of clothing, it's artwork, and they don't want anything to take it away from them. So they're not going to put women that are voluptuous or have curves behind their clothes that are going to take the look off of them. They want people to just see a dress walking down the runway, not America's Next Top Model walking down the runway. They want their clothes to be shown, and they're going to do what it takes to do that. So they're going to choose models that don't have breasts, butt, curves, anything like that. This also is another thing to do with time and money. When they're fitting the clothes to the girls, if they have a set weight requirement and a set height and a set body type, then they don't have to worry about taking in clothes to an extreme or letting them out, because if they're spending tons of money on these expensive fabrics, for them to add more just because a model walks in that fits the height and the weight but has it in different places, they're going to have to add more fabric, and that can cost a lot of time and money. And most of these models come in for fittings about a week or two before the fashion show, so it's really not that much time for them to fix it. Ad print. Ad print is what we see on a daily basis. Now, we all know sex sells. But another thing that you may not know is that Wild Beauty, which is a well-known fashion blog, says that the new thing is youth sells, which you may be like, what? But the thing about it is with Photoshop and airbrush, they're trying to make the models look as young as possible. They're trying to sell and they're using younger girls, and that's just because we're stuck in a way of thinking that that is what is beautiful. So we're going to buy those products. We're not going to buy a facial cream that shows an old lady with wrinkles. So they're going to choose these models for different reasons. The Economist said that Pantene sales went up 40% in Brazil just by them switching from an everyday woman to Gisele Bündchen. They're going to use what's going to sell their product. It has nothing to do with what they truly feel. It's going to sell their product. So today I've talked to you about the two different types of fashion models and why they look the way they look. Runway is less about the body and what's underneath and more about the clothes, the design, the aesthetic. And then for ad print, it's more about selling the product, getting the product out there, and giving you something beautiful to look at. So I hope today that I've told you more about the fashion industry and you have a new respect.